What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Killing Eve Season 4, Episode 6 review and breakdown. After last week's trip to the past and the early days of the 12, we move onwards as the story continues with Helene and, even weirder, the will they won't they toxic flirtationship of Helene and your girl Eve, a sort of step above hers and Villanelle's life. But the episode seemed like somewhat of a season finale, as the search for Kenny's killer, the downfall of the 12, it went nowhere and very much ended. But the promo gives us a hint towards next week. Of course, Villanelle wasn't actually dead. It was simply quite a cheap trick to try and make us think so, as there's no way they would kill her off before the finale if they were going to kill her off at all, as Pam patches her up. And I was hoping those two would actually face off. However, Carolyn is with Johan, or Lars, as I will admit his story is a bit convoluted, as we realise as Lars explains Carolyn's abridged life story, but really all she wants to know is who ordered Kenny's death. Villanelle and Eve argue over why Helene wanted to kill Villanelle, as Eve has been winding her up and Villanelle didn't finish the job, as Pam is praised for her work. And I thought it was funny that Villanelle said to Eve, get over yourself, as the pair are very much not going to happen, I don't think. Carolyn explains about Helene being after Johan/Lars, and a meet is going to be arranged between the two to finally learn more about her and just what her ambitions are, as we never really learned as to why she's doing these things, and unfortunately we didn't. She remains a complicated character to the end as her death. Finally, we get a tender moment between Eve and Villanelle, but the latter acts tough and strong as Helene wants to still kill her. It's a vastly complicated situation as Pam and Constantine are working for Helene, and Pam is given her first target. Eve explains her plan to Villanelle and how she wants to target Lars Meyer, but Villanelle is by no means going to help her take down the 12, considering, the whole betrayal thing, and funnily enough, leaves her with a mobility scooter. And Eve explains that Carolyn is an original 12 member to London Bay, and is reminded of the many reasons she wants to take down the 12 as they've ruined her life and happiness. But we know that Carolyn wasn't a proper true member of the 12 there. As expected, when the woman offered the painkillers, she is Gunn, the assassin who was meant to actually kill Villanelle. She was supposed to kill her but didn't want to kill her, defying Helene's orders, and that is then, or at least the Lars information is given over to Eve, as their relationship is a weird one. But we cut to Pam, whose first target for Helene is her ex, who really takes to Pam and tells her a life story, with her having reservations about doing what this is, hinting she may walk away from the life, but she doesn't, as we know, and Carolyn arrives at the old squat, which is funny enough where Helene is, as the pair stare each other down. They discuss Lars, and it's revealed that Helene is the daughter of Jax, a friend of Carolyn's father, and that could be a deeper lie into what happened and his reveal and subsequent suicide. Helene wants to know who the employer is, and it's funny as Helene, who could have actually killed Carolyn here, but didn't. And it's a very weird one. Helene's whole story is just weird and a bit much here, that we never really got to know much about her. She simply was a thing to progress the plot forward, or progress what the characters do, as Pam kills Helene's ex, and she's now a fully blooded member of the 12. We then cut to Berlin as Eve chases the tail of Carolyn and Helene, as Carolyn is long gone, and Lars is furious, and he says she kills her son, but she wants to know who was the one who ordered the hit on Kenny. He says it was, her, as he acts a douchebag, hinting that she was the one who killed him, which in some ways she was. Pam and Constantine chill out at an American disco. I didn't realise that Margate was a hub of Americana, as she dresses 50s-like and they have shakes. She questions why he keeps getting her to quit, but I think deep down he wants her to do so she doesn't turn into Villanelle and her carnival bay there gets a kiss off of her. Helene then gives Pam another job as she lies down and lets rip, as Villanelle laughs, which made me laugh as well, of course, and wants to tear up her ankles, but Eve comes in, complicating the hit on Helene. She's visibly annoyed that Helene says Eve kissed her. Helene wants to toy with her, but Eve is far too smart for that, and Villanelle's anger gets to her. Reveals her bad impulse control and flirts with Eve by attacking Helene, but Eve attacks Villanelle. Just, okay. Villanelle is done with Eve, and what a chaotic ending. I do feel the show is somewhat all over the place at the moment, as London Bay has tracked down Carolyn's cab company, and the show really did carry on. It went on and on this episode. The eccentric guy tries to show off with his nunchuck skills as they get the money and a small bribe, and she hunts down Carolyn. Carolyn was, as we know, simply infiltrating the anarchist group and pushes Eve away, but Eve watches in and kills the guy. Yes, Carolyn was just about to get the name of Kenny's killer when he was killed. The 12 will just replace him, Helene will be replaced, and that is that. It just carries on. The song remains the same, to quote Led Zeppelin there. But she has found his hidden notebook, as Villanelle ends the episode hunting down her would-be assassin as they throw down, and she wants to stay there. It seems this season it's just Villanelle finding places to stay at, but not staying there. However, I think this assassin will actually help her hunt down the 12, which I did expect for quite some time. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below if you enjoyed it, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.